Hey guys, so I'm here live at NFT NYC. My name's Abraham Gomez. I'm here with Fabian, founder of Luxo. Fabian, if you want to introduce yourself a little, and for those of you who don't know, Fabian authored two really great Ethereum standards and has done a few other great things, so I'll let you introduce yourself.
All right, so yeah, I'm founder of Luxo. Have been working with the Ethereum Foundation for years. Being the former DApp lead DApp developer, which we made up as a title. and yeah, I mean the standard is basically ERC20. That's what I created in 2015. That became very popular, and a standard called ERC725 that will become very popular. And that's one is the token standard that all tokens use, and the other is an identity standard that will really change the way of how we do UX on the blockchain and how we interact with blockchain in general, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. So, being here, you're quite the celebrity. Your standard has produced hundreds of billions in value. In 2015, when you were first thinking through the idea, did you ever expect to be in the place we are now?
I mean, the thing is, we just created this discussion there together with Vitalik and some others in the wiki, and then we had this draft. And I mean, at the time, I was not thinking about any of this. I thought, obviously, tokens make sense. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, tokens make sense to standardize, and it was an obvious thing to do. But we all knew that, in smart contracts and on Ethereum, you can just do so many more things.
Right.
And I was more interested in seeing all the other creative use cases. I actually didn't expect that tokens will be taking such a dominance for such a long time. I thought it will be sure thing you do, but it's not that it's the main thing people will do. And so it happened that everybody now discovered token. I guess through this whole token thing, people kind of learned how to understand smart contracts in general. Right? They first learn, okay, you can have a token, and then they realize, oh, I can have a token, but I can also somehow connect this to other stuff, and this other stuff can now interact with it. Out came DeFi, and now we had scaffolding of tokens and issuance of token based on other behavior and so on. So I think it teaches everybody that smart contracts can talk to each other, and they can be interacting on top of each other and creating new things. And I think this is kind of the big learning that came out of these years of token and DeFi. And now with NFTs, it's kind of moving to this other dimension where they realize, oh, it can be also something that's outside of monetary value. Right now you can actually create things that are art related, social related, maybe have nothing to do with money at first, maybe become monetarily valuable or maybe not, maybe just reputation based. And my prediction is that the next wave will be more towards social use cases, where identity is a big piece, and that's the missing standard in the blockchain space right now. And that's what I have solved basically with the 725 standard, and that's what we will bring onto Luxo and show how it's done and how you use it.
So going back to the ERC 725 standard, that use case or that standard is the primary reason. Is that the primary reason why you created Luxo? Or what other reasons was there to creating Luxo?
No, so Luxo basically was born out of an idea of Marjorie and me, where we talked about, okay, can we create something that's outside of these financial use cases, and how can we actually bring the rest of the 50% of the world, the more female audience and the non-techies really into using blockchain. And we thought about use cases, and fashion was a use case we initially thought about because it's obviously it touches everybody. We're all dressed, right? But also it's in itself an industry that's hasn't been disrupted yet so much by technology, right? Except e-commerce, and that kind of brought us into this idea of creating this ecosystem, and that evolved and over time to really this idea of creating a blockchain for the new creative economy. And the new creative economy is a very large term because it can literally be everything from metaverse, gaming, fashion to social. And I do think really the social aspect will be probably the largest of it. Okay. And my hope is that we will see a lot more non-financial use cases, more around your reputation, more around communities, more around culture currencies, how we call it, more around social tokens, more around things that somehow allow people to group together, to decide together. And on the end, they might have monetary power through that, right? If there is value in this community and if people are interested in this community and maybe there is a way to get in through money, right? That's when these things become valuable. And that now gives power to communities that before never had any.
Yeah.
And had barely the possibility to even get it. Same with the creators now. They have the ability to actually monetize their work and really become part of this new ecosystem, literally cutting out the middleman. And even there we are very much in the beginning. So there's lots of things going to happen, but all of them need identity. And that's the standard that has been missing so far.
So with authoring ERC 20, working towards ERC 725 and building that identity factor into Luxo, I'm super interested in understanding like what drives you and like why are you, encouraged and diligent in getting these things out into the world.
I mean, I like to build things, and sometimes it's just that I have a feeling that what I'm doing here makes sense and it's somehow important and that I should do it. It's not that really, there's no real goal I have. It's more like that I feel I have to do it. I mean, it feels almost like if I don't do it, like nobody does it. So I need to do it.
Right.
It feels like almost like, my duty. It sounds weird, but it almost feels like, when I created ERC 725, that exactly this was the feeling I had.
Okay.
It was 2017. I was doing this workshop with BCG and we were thinking about identity, and then I had these ideas and I thought, okay, I should somehow standardize this because it seems to make sense. And I had this urge that I need to create a standard. I had no purpose of creating anything with identity. I had no business. I was working at Ethereum. For me, that was really just like I thought I need to do it, not knowing why. And I put it out there and expecting that other people will take it on. I really thought, okay, people will come, pick on the standard. And actually people did. So there was this ERC-75 Alliance forming from the Origin protocol. They initiated that. There were like over 40 people joining, 20-something or plus projects, all saying they're going to use the standard. But nobody took the lead. Nobody really said, oh, that's awesome. I know how to do this and this and this and this. And then it was laying there for almost like 1.5 years or 2 years. And when we started Luxo, I realized, oh, now I have a use case for the standard I made up 2 years ago. Let me make it right. Let me now do it and do it the real way. And that's exactly what basically happened. So now basically we finalized the standard. We built all the tools. We built the smart contract implementations. I thought about it literally over 2 years on the side, just like banging it around my head, ping-ponging it. And I do feel like that I have found something that makes sense, and it makes sense for a lot of people. And this is kind of like, that's how I go. I just think it makes a lot of sense, and I don't see also any other competing solution or anything that makes equally sense. Right. So it just feels that, that this seems to be the right way to do it. And if someone comes up with something better that makes more sense, I'm happily changing that or like adopting whatever they do. But I haven't seen that yet. And also, I think the point is of a standard, a good standard, it has to be unbiased.
Right.
It has to be something it's open, it's free. Like the standards, like the 75 account standard, all of this stuff, this can be used on any AVM chain, right?
Yeah.
We will do this on Luxo because it's essential for the creative economy we want to build.
Right.
But also, on a new network, it obviously is easier to do smart contract accounts because transaction fees are lower. We can subsidize users through relay services so that transaction fees are paid and they don't even see that. That's harder on a network like Ethereum. It's actually almost impossible on a network like Ethereum. But literally every other network could also adopt that.
Yeah, no, that's great and very inspiring. Yeah, I like the fact that it's in your mind, it's like you have to do it and to get it done right because no one else is stepping up, which is great. It's a great driving force. So being here at NFT NYC, do you have any last words that you'd like to share with anyone? You've been here a few days, I'm guessing, and the energy is quite electric. Anything you want to say to the community?
I mean, what I really see here is that there's a lot of creative people and a lot of like a thrive around this NFT. It's really crazy to see all the billboards here in Times Square showcasing NFTs. It kind of makes all of this look so like mainstream. So my talk was great. I had like great support from the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, my 10 minutes got extended to 25 on the end. I mean, we started this hackathon, so basically we have now all of the tools ready. We started this hackathon that runs like from today to the 24th. You can join building something around Universal Profiles. Doing anything with Universal Profiles from a developer's perspective with the tools we have is literally a few lines of code. It shows you how to interact through these kind of profiles and doing things. From a dev developer perspective, it doesn't change much, especially once we have the browser extension out. I mean, it's really a good experimentation around what you could do with a profile. And because they're flexible and you can attach all kinds of information, you know, inventing a protocol like a follower system or a reputation system or a feed, you know, that you attach to a profile, all these things become possible very easily. So, I mean, looking forward to what people contribute in the hackathon itself, and looking forward all of the projects that will launch once the network is live in a few months.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Fabian, for the time. You guys have a great one. Take care. Bye.